So a couple months ago, I had a Sunday school, or a parent came to me and said she wanted me to say hi to her child, and I do this every Sunday. I love to get down on the kids' level and just have a chance to talk with them. And we visited a little bit together, and then she sent me an email that afternoon, and she said that her daughter, at the age of 5, she's a kindergartner, is already talking about wanting to be a pastor someday. And I'm thinking, now how did that happen exactly? Didn't happen from anything I said, because she doesn't come to church, big church. Somehow, in her Sunday school classroom, from the time she was little until age 5, she began to feel like she wanted to serve God with her time. I have, every Sunday, I end up with a pocket full of stuff that's handed to me that you all have had children make in Sunday school. Let's see. I got this today. Any of you make these? All right. It's a little small for my hand, but one of the children made 2, one for him and one for me. And you know, I love to just have these kids tell me what they're learning in Sunday school. His big brother had what looked like a placemat with footprints on it. Did anybody make those today? I'm assuming that's following in the footsteps of Jesus, but I wasn't sure. But you know, these kids are coming up to tell me these things that they are picking up from you in Sunday school as you are helping make disciples of Jesus Christ to these kids. Often I'll get notes, and I have a whole shelf in my office where I put these little things after church on Sunday, and they stay up for a week. You know, I don't keep them there forever. But colorings that people have made, children have made in their classes, and in all of those, I know that you are planting seeds. And what you're trying to do is make authentic disciples of Jesus Christ of these little children. And you know, it's easy for us to think, well, the kids, they can't really learn very much, and you know, what are they going to get out of this? But part of what we're hoping from you is that you're actually forming Christian disciples of these kids, that they are coming to know God with their mind, and they're learning the Bible. They're understanding something about theology that's a little more sophisticated than maybe what you might even think they're capable of. That out of that, we're teaching them to love God with their hearts, to sing God's praise, and to spend time in prayer, and you're forming them in their prayer lives and their spiritual lives. And then we're calling them to live out their faith in the world. And I love the way that you integrate both the personal gospel and the social gospel in what you do in Sunday school. So these kids are raising money for projects in Haiti. They're raising money for projects here in the Kansas City area. And in all of that, you're helping them to know, love, and serve God. But you're also doing pastoral care for these kids in ways maybe you don't realize. I was a few minutes late getting up here this morning because a woman stopped me in the narthex, and she asked me if I could pray with her daughter, who's been coming to church here now for a few months. And her daughter, who has a 7-month-old and a 3-year-old, just discovered that she has lung cancer that's metastatized to the bones. And, you know, for this young mom, it's a very, very scary time. And she doesn't know what the future holds, and neither do I. And we're praying for miracles, and we're praying for God to use the doctors. We just finished sitting down and praying together. But I also know she's got a 7-month-old and a 3-year-old who are going to be walking this journey too. And every time they show up in Sunday school, part of what they're going to, you may not even know who these children are, but they're going to be coming to Sunday school, and what they're going to need is love. They're going to need to feel the love of Christ, to know that there's a God who is watching over their mommy and who's watching over them, and to know that there's always hope. And that's part of what you give. You have no idea what's going on in the lives of all these children. We have children who show up who've been abused. We have children who show up whose mommy or daddy have left and they're nervous or scared. We have children whose parents are out of work. We have children whose parents are sick. And we have children whose life's going really well, maybe too well. You know, and that by itself can be a real problem for kids when life's going too well, with too much stuff. And you're helping these kids remember what's real and what's true and what really matters in life. So I just wanted to come by to say thank you for the gift that you give to the kids, for taking seriously the work of discipling children, and for helping form a whole new generation of children for Christ. It's often said that Christianity is one generation away from extinction. All it takes is to forget about teaching the children of faith. And there is no Christianity 30 or 40 or 50 years from now. And there are so many things that are pulling at these kids as they're growing up to pull them away from Christ. You know, right now, today's young adults are the most unchurched generation of young adults yet. And so what we know is you plant the seeds of faith in their lives when they're little. And as the scripture says, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. They will remember what they learned in Sunday school. They'll remember the feelings they had of the love of Christ coming through you. So I just came to say thanks for what you do in shaping children's lives and helping love them with the love of Christ. So enjoy your meal today, and thank you again for all that you do.